Eileen Lighthawk, a creative catalyst for positive change. She likes to help people unwrap their presence through books, audios, private sessions, classes, and meditations. Eileen encourages groups and individuals to empower their lives and create their dreams. Her messages are rich with practical wisdom and served up with a healthy dose of humor. Today, Eileen will help us notice, explore, and celebrate our blessings. She asks us, what can we learn from spiritual texts and ancient wisdom traditions about giving, receiving, and being a blessing? Let's find out. Please welcome Eileen Lighthawk.
Thank you. I had an experience the other day where I was in a church and the people were lovely and I was feeling emotional because I always get emotional when I get here. And I was feeling emotional and I was looking for a place where I could go and cry because I didn't feel safe in the church to cry. And it wasn't that they were bad people or anything. It was just that kind of really repressed environment. and so I was like, thank you for this being a place where I can cry. That's one of the blessings. And we have a whole bunch of other blessings. So if you don't have something to take notes with, this would be a good time to get it. Anybody need pen and paper, raise your hand. Someone will give it to you. Ron and Morgan, are you good to go?
Thank you. We'll be in a second. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks.
I brought presents today too, with a T at the end instead of a C-E. I brought that presents too. Grateful, I'm so grateful. There we go. So we're going to talk about blessings and what they are so that we're kind of on the same page to start out. Depending on your culture and how you grew up, a blessing could be rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the grub, yay God. You know, it could be something that you pray before you eat dinner. A blessing could be something that some old man came along in big robes and hit you on the head, and that was supposed to be a blessing. So I thought it'd be good to start out with kind of common definitions of what a blessing is. Nobody's going to hit you on the head, or unless an angel does, and then we'll feel good. So to bless is to uplift, to encourage, to inspire, to heal, to help, to leave a situation better than you found it. To be blessed is to receive the good being offered to you. Those of you who are public radio fans, there is an old Garrison Keillor fake ad. He used to do all these fake ads, and he had Mom Back Trucking Company. And it was Mom Back, Mom Back, Mom Back. And so that soundtrack came through to both of us, Jay and I, gosh, like 10 years ago in the middle of a meditation. And we just saw Ganesh, because we both like Ganesh, and driving a dump truck full of blessings. Mom back, mom back. And then in the fake commercial, it goes crunch. You know, like he hit something, and it's like, that's good. So, life loves you, whether you know it or not. And life in 3D in the world of duality is a mirror. And so I know, everybody here has life experience. You have experienced being grateful. You're so grateful. And everybody you meet's kind, and everywhere you go, and the traffic lights are green, and. And I know you've also experienced being pissed off. I'm so pissed off. And everywhere you go, there's another reason to be upset, right? So life mirrors what we're putting out. And to be blessed, you have to receive it. There's so much love. There's so much good. There's so much wonderful stuff going on. But you have to receive it. Blessings are words, actions, energy, kindnesses, beauty, healing, assistance offered or received. To be a blessing is an individual whose very presence, when you walk into a room, the lights come on. When you sit down in a chair, the people next to you feel accepted and comfortable and, oh, good. When you're on a plane and it's filling up, especially if you fly Southwest where there's not assigned seats, and then that like 350-pound guy gets on the plane, and everybody with an empty seat beside them, hoping that that person won't sit next to them because they want to get squashed. So sometimes when we're not in tune, we're that person that everybody's hoping you won't sit next to. We don't want to be that. We want to be a blessing. And the only way to be a blessing is to receive blessings, right? Do you want to scooch over a chair? Do you want to scooch over a chair or are you good?
I'm good.
Okay. So, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks, right? Jesus said that. In other words, whatever we put in is what comes out. So this morning we put in that song and now that song's coming out, right? You squeeze an orange, you get orange juice. Squeeze a garbage bag full of whatever's in there that you really don't want to know, and you get garbage juice. Anybody ever had a leaky garbage bag? Not cool, man. So if we want blessings to flow through us, we've got to fill ourselves with the good stuff. Good stuff in, good stuff automatically comes out. So, what we ingest is what we become. People say you are what you eat, right? Don't eat a bunch of donuts and then try to run a marathon. It's not a good idea. But what we ingest is what we let in through our ears, what we let in through our eyes, what we cogitate on, what we feed ourselves. It's what we take in. And so if we're taking in gloom, despair, and misery, whatever programming that the news is trying to get you to think about, sit around with a group of people and everybody talks about their latest illness. Well, it's a bitch getting old, I'll tell you. Doesn't have to be. So what are we feeding ourselves? Because again, what we ingest is what we become. Love, joy, peace, all kinds of really good stuff is all swirling around us all the time. Angels are here today. Angels are always around you. Love is always around you. But that doesn't mean you're receiving it. We have free will. We have this superpower. And so we can choose what we receive. Those of you who are parents, if you remember being in a group of parents and a group of children, and somebody says mom or dad, you know, even though there's bazillions of children, you know which one is yours. You know the voice. So when we tune in, when we take the time to hang out with the divine, when we turn off the TV and close the laptop and just spend time in the created world, in the world that wasn't made by human hands, and take in the love that's there, then we have something to give. But because this is a duality planet and because we have free will, we get to choose what we take in. We choose that. So there's a bunch of crap flowing around too. And we can choose to tune into that. So what are we supposed to do? We choose something better. But some of you have been choosing good stuff for a long time. And some of you are new at choosing good stuff. But wherever we are in our spiritual practice, however we do that, we can always do better. We can always have a little less junk and a little more joy. We can always do that. So we choose something better, and we choose now. One of the things that if you monitor your thoughts, you'll notice when you're out of balance, it's because you're not here now. It's because of something that happened back then, and this reminded you of that, and you spiral into a childhood trauma, or it's because something that, if that happens up here in the future, oh my God, what am I going to do? So notice if you're here, because you can only be a blessing if you're here now in this present moment. And you can only be a blessing if you're choosing blessings, and you can only choose blessings if you're here now in this present moment. Got it? So choose now. I love this Bible verse. I love this verse because it's like, even if you feel you're on the angel's short bus, behold, I put before you this day life and death, blessing and cursing. And for those of you who aren't sure yet, God says, therefore, choose life. It's an open book test, right? In case you're not sure, choose life, that it may go well with you. Choose life. So where's your attention going? Israel? Where is your attention going? Who and what do you welcome into your heart? Who and what do you welcome into your mind? I have a suggestion. Yep. We have this superpower of choice. We all have it. Ideas and energies are like gardens. What we give our attention to grows. Plant lavender, you get lavender. Plant animosity, you get animosity. Plant worry and fear, guess who's going to be awake at 2 o'clock in the morning? So we get what we give our attention to. And we give our attention in each now moment. So it's not like you wake up one morning and say, from this moment forth, forever and always, for all time, I will consistently and always choose love. Well, good for you if you can pull that off. But for most people, you have to make the choice in the moment by moment by moment. Every now. Now is our connection to eternity. So we have like this myriad of possibilities available to us. And we vote for the kind of present moment we want and the kind of future we want by what we give our attention to. So you're driving down the road and somebody swerves into your lane in front of you and you have to hit the brakes. Is this stranger who's not driving in a manner that you approve of somebody you're going to curse or somebody you're going to bless? Are you going to spend the rest of the day talking about how you almost got in an accident because some idiot, blah, blah, blah? Are you going to spend the rest of the day being thankful that you didn't get in an accident? That your intuition was working, that your angels were whispering in your ear, hey, you might want to slow down a little bit. This person's acting a little swirly. What would you like to put your faith in? Do you want to put your faith in the world going to hell in a handbasket? Because, there's a lot of people already doing that. It's not really helpful. We give our energy either on purpose or by default. If you want to watch a spiritual movie, watch Monsters, Inc. That is the most spiritual movie ever. What are they doing? Creating fear to harness energy. What we give our attention to grows. And how did that whole situation change? Because one little girl chose love and laughter instead of fear and changed the whole system. Okay? I don't know if whoever wrote Monsters, Inc. wrote it to be a spiritual allegory, but it is. We either give our attention on purpose, by choice, or we give it out of reaction. So again, if you're present, just check yourself. Am I reacting or am I choosing? Am I feeling what some programming is telling me I'm supposed to feel? Or am I choosing joy? Am I choosing peace? Am I choosing love? We give our energy, our time, our words, our actions, our thoughts, our emotions, either on purpose, remember, choose life, or by default, through our habits and our programmed reactions. If you're not sure which to choose, what's the answer? Choose life. Okay. Your attention creates the future. We are all powerful creators with amnesia. You were, before you came here, a magnificent being of light and love. You would think a thing and it would come to pass. You'd want to go over there and you'd just go there. And then you said, ooh, I can learn so much faster if I'm in duality. And then you looked down, you saw planet Earth, and you said, oh, they need some love down there. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. I'm just going to go down there and love on everybody, and it'll be so great. And then you got here. I said, what? And you forgot. And now we're remembering. So when we remember, we give our attention to what we want. Your attention creates the future. And that's why there's so much competition for your attention. Do you remember the story of Merlin and his nemesis? Maybe you remember that. So Merlin is going, oops, somebody wants in. Yay! Hello. No, we're glad you're here. So Merlin and this witch have been fighting for decades. And they're hurling lightning bolts at each other, and then they gather their armies of supporters around them, and their armies all fight each other, and it's been going on forever. Forever. Remember World War I, the war to end all wars? Oops, no, that was just World War I. Humans have been playing the same game. So Merlin, as an old man, has his armies there, and they're ready to do it again, again, again. And he finally gets it. And he tells everybody, turn your back. Don't give your attention. And all the conflict goes away. What did Jesus say? Turn the other cheek. Turn away from that. Turn away. Walk into somebody's house and they've got CNN going on. Fear, worry, drama. Turn the other cheek. Give your attention elsewhere. Use your divine superpower of choice for good, for life, for joy, for a happier personal experience for you, and for a better world. You ever been around somebody that's doing really good? How do you feel when somebody else is doing really good?
You want to copy, you want to copy them.
Yeah, it's fun, right?
Yeah.
Ever been around somebody who's Eeyore? How you doing? And the world and politics and the economy. And what do you want to do?
Leave.
Leave. Exactly. So turn the other cheek. Give your attention to what you want. Give your attention to building a better world. That's why you came here. Do you want to be blessed? Silence. You could hear a pin drop. Do you want to be blessed?
Yes.
Then give your attention to your blessings. Gratitude will shift your mood. Feeling crappy? Start looking at what's blessed in your life. There's a wonderful story. Joy Vitale tells a story about how he was really depressed and he found a pencil. And somebody told him, that he should be grateful. He's like, great, now I can write my suicide note. So he wrote his suicide note, and then it's like, well, what else could we do with a pencil? Okay. Well, I could write a grocery list of all the things I can't afford. Okay, so let's do that. Well, what else could I do with a pencil? I could write a story. And thus a writer was born who is like a multimillionaire or something nowadays. But the point is, gratitude will shift your mood. Even when you are feeling so sarcastic, like, hey, a pencil, cool, I'll write my suicide note now. Gratitude. Here's how angels are, right? You ever have somebody selling something door to door and they will not go away? Ever have a house guest that you thought was going to stay for 2 days and it's been 2 weeks now? Angels are worse. Angels are hanging out with you your whole life, waiting for the tiniest little opening to stick their foot in that door. So when you feel like crap and you express gratitude, they'll stick their foot in the door and come on in and give you something else to be grateful for. And then point out something, oh, yeah, I hadn't noticed. Oh, yeah, well, that, and that. and your life starts to blossom. Give your attention to what you want. Give your attention to your blessings. In quantum science speak, gratitude changes your energetic signature. Each one of us has a magnetic energy field. This is science, this isn't woo-woo. And each individual energy field is unique and constantly changing. And you broadcast that. That broadcast goes before you. What we focus on, we see. And the more we are thankful, the more blessings we notice and receive. And the more we notice and receive, the more there is to notice and receive. I put a little note down here. Blessings are polite. Blessings like to be received, but they're polite. They like to be invited in. So angels will stick their foot in your door, but blessings like to be invited in. Do you want to bless others? Again, silence. Do you want to bless others?
Yes.
Well, Jay does. Do you want to bless others?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Then fill yourself up with good words, because what's in is going to come out. You saw somebody having an angry tirade on a YouTube short, you're going to share that. You saw the cat saying, hello, you're going to share that. What you put in is going to come out. So fill yourself with good words. Fill yourself with God words. Fill yourself with good energy. Fill yourself with God energy. Give your attention to the divine light within you. How do you give attention? You make time. You make time. If you've got time for crap, then you've got time for the divine. Make time. We become like who we hang out with. Speak life. Another Bible verse for you. Whatever things are true, whatever things are honest, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are a good report, if there's any virtue, if there's anything worthy of praise, think on these things. Think about the ministry of Jesus. And there's all these sick people and everybody wants something, and the revolutionaries want him to overthrow the Roman government, and everybody wants something from him. He doesn't go around and go, whoa, that's bad. He goes to a dead guy's grave and says, oh, Lazarus, come on out. Got a crowd of people here who want to go to your house and have a party. Come on. Right? Speak life. Most of you know I worked as a hospital chaplain, and in a lot of those situations, I was with somebody on their last legs and getting ready to kick the bucket. And I have a perspective on death that is not the end of life. That's just a graduation. But in those situations when things were really bad, there were a lot of the nurses that would call me, because there was another guy, I used to call him Reverend Doom. He would go to somebody who was on the fence about whether they were living or dying and start asking them all about how they want it, what kind of funeral they want, whether they wanted to be cremated or buried, what songs they wanted sung at their funeral. Is there any person that Reverend Doom should look out for who's going to be especially sad when they die? Not if they die, when they die. And so the nurses would ask me with the really bad cases because I have a perspective that has served me well in my own life. Thank you very much, diagnosed terminal. I have a perspective that says, that's just a doctor's opinion. And medical tests show you what was going on in the past, maybe 10 minutes ago, but they don't show you the future. And so one of the cool things that would happen is I would get to go into people's rooms who were dying, and then they weren't dying anymore. Then they were getting better. There's a funny thing in medical science that, and it's changing, the world's getting better. But at the time, doctors didn't know what to do with that. So it was either a misdiagnosis or a spontaneous remission. But it was never a miracle. Because we don't have that. There's got to be a scientific reason. And it's like, yeah, I gave them more reason to believe in life than death. There was a reason. Speak life to people, especially if they're having a bad time. If somebody's having a bad time, don't ask them to tell you how bad it is. Please, please don't. They've already got that going in their heads. A fun question to ask is, what's one good thing that happened today? What did you notice that you're thankful for? Because what we look for, we see, right? What we look for, we see, and then we make room for more of it. Okay, do you want to be a blessing?
Yes. Yes.
Yay, okay. So what we ingest, what we watch, what we listen to, what we read, what we cultivate, what we focus on is what grows in our life, and because we don't live in isolation in the lives of those around us. So fill yourself up with source energy. Spend time. Spend lots of time. Be a nut job and spend lots of time hanging out with the divine. And you automatically become a radiator, a generator, a broadcasting tower of love and joy and peace and all kinds of good stuff. Automatically. You don't have to go, oh yeah, what was that good thing I wanted to say? It just flops out of your mouth. Somebody pokes you and good comes out because you're full of it. New definition for full of it. Each one of us is creating our future and the collective future right now. We each have the superpower of choice. We each get to choose right now if we're going to step up and intentionally use our words, our thoughts, our actions, our time, our emotions, our energy, our attention to create a better experience. We get to choose that for ourselves and for all life. If you're a little birdie flying by, you want to fly by the grumpy person? You want to fly by the person that says, ooh, what a beautiful bird. For all life. But you don't have to do that because we have the choice to throw away blessing of free will and act out of default, act out of habit. We have the choice to not use our power of choice. We have the choice to create more of the same old, or even something worse. Oh, the world's going to hell. Yeah, it sure is. Oh, it's so much worse than I was a kid. Do you know that statistically, on almost every measurable level, things are better than when you were a kid? Do you know there's less violence per person, per capita? There's just more people and it's more sensationalized. There's less violence now than there used to be on the planet. Huh. I didn't know that. They didn't tell me that on the news. No, they're not going to. We get to give our attention to the kind of life we want to live and the kind of future we want to create. And when we do that, the angel got the foot in the door. Hey, blessings, come on in. Oh, why, thank you. And the blessings come on in, and then you are so full of joy and love and peace and good that you just can't help but ooze it out onto everybody else. Somebody bumps into you and they have a spontaneous healing. That's where we're headed. And again, if you're not sure what to choose, it's written down for you. So, who in here wants to be blessed? Who in here chooses to bless others? Who in here chooses to be? Your very existence makes the world better. To be a blessing. Okay, then let's do it. Uncross anything that's crossed, put down your pen and paper. And we're going to go for it. Because we can. And life is good. Take a deep breath in. Uncross anything that's crossed. Straighten your spine out. And breathe in. Breathe in love. And blow out blah, blah. Breathe in peace. And blow out not peace. Don't worry. It's all going into the earth. It's getting composted. Mother Earth is so great. The Creator has set up the system that the earth herself can compost and create new life out of our old crap. So you're not hurting the earth. She can take it in, transmute it, transpose it. Little tiny microscopic beings will eat your old, starts with an S, ends with a T, and enjoy it. Enjoy transforming that into rich soil. Breathe in love. Breathe in peace. Breathe in joy. Breathe in wholeness. Breathe in a new story. Well, tell me your life story. Well, I'm actually creating a new life now, so that's the story I'm going to tell you. Oh. So, in my new life, in this life I'm living now, I am so amazingly blessed. It's so fun. I am always in the right place at the right time. It's like I have cosmic secretaries running before me, setting up meetings and appointments that I didn't even know I had. Synchronicities are stunning. And it just keeps getting better. I wake up every morning and say, how can it get any better than this? And then life shows me, well, let me just show you how it can get better. I am having so much fun right now. I am so grateful for where I'm at. And I'm so excited about the future because I'm not the only one. And I know that every time I sit down to meditate, there are millions, if not billions of people all over the planet also tuning into that frequency of love and joy and peace. I know that we have crossed that 51% threshold and that the majority of the people incarnated, alive on the planet right now, choose love over fear, choose peace. The majority of the people. And that majority is growing bigger and bigger every day. And so we're creating a better earth, a new life with respect for plants, with respect for trees, with respect for animals, with respect for one another, with respect and celebration of our differences. We're creating that. And I'm so excited because I get to be on the front leading edge of creation, helping to create something that never was, helping to create something even better. And man, I just love it if you'd like to join me. Because man, that's fun. It is so cool. That's how I am. And you never say to somebody that you don't want to hear the answer from, how are you? You say, I bet you're doing good too. Tell me something you're grateful for. What's some cool synchronicity you've had? Where did life show you love recently? Where did life show you love? Ah, so many things that we are blessed with. If you're open to it, angels are here. Welcome them. We just thank all the spirits of light and love that help us, all the cheerleaders who appreciate our courage to incarnate. Thank you. Thank you for helping us out. Thank you for blessing us even when our eyes were closed and our fists were clenched and we were all pouty and pissy. Thank you for blessing us in spite of ourselves. And now, Creator, angels, dead friends, all spirits of light and love, I'm declaring with my mouth that I receive what you're giving. I'm not going to leave my blessings waiting for me to unwrap them. I'm receiving them. Right now, I receive my blessings. Say it with me. I receive my blessings right now. Right now. Right now. It doesn't matter what your history is. Now, we're doing blessings. Now, we're choosing something better. Thank you. And now there's something that's near and dear to your heart. There's maybe an old wound you've been holding on to that you're ready to let go. And there's healing that you're ready to receive. Feel the angels around you. Feel the divine inside you. Feel the love that's here this morning. You're not here by accident. When you do your life review and watch the film clips back, you'll be like, ooh, that was an important morning. That was the day I said out loud, I receive. So allow that love now. Receive that love. Put your hand on your heart. Imagine a funnel in the top of your head. And imagine angels just directing a waterfall of golden white love and light in through the top of your head, behind your eyes, through your ears, into your mouth, so that your words are gracious and nourishing. Your words nourish souls. Down your throat, so that your throat chakra is wide open and you can speak life into your heart. Whee! Healing, restoring the physical heart, the emotional heart, down through your belly, healing, filling. Oh, I'm so full. I've been eating love. Down through your abdomen, through your legs. I have dancing feet. I have strong hips. I have strong knees. I have strong ankles all the way down through the soles of your feet. And imagine shower drains in the soles of your feet. And just let out anything you no longer want. Let it just flush out as the angels keep flushing that waterfall. Huge blessings of light and love flowing into you right now. I receive, I receive, I receive. For my good and the good of all, I receive. I choose to be blessed. I choose to bless others. I choose to be a blessing. I choose for my energy field, for my presence, to be a blessing on this planet. That's what I choose. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just going to be quiet for a moment so you can have your own conversation with the angels and with the divine. Thank you, life. Thank you, love. Thank you, God. Thank you, Source. Thank you, me, for having the guts and the wisdom and the heart to receive today. Thank you. Thank you, angels, for sticking with me even when I wasn't very pleasant to be around. Thank you, all beings of light and love. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, dead friends, for being here with us this morning and laughing at us. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your light-heartedness. Thank you. Deep breath in and exhale. I want to remind you about the Monday morning wholeness wave. It's a time that you can receive overflowing and then give. People all over the world are doing it. It's 8 o'clock our time. But it's going on all over the world. And then also, there are people who are consciously co-creating a better world right now, all over the world again. And so the time that they're doing it is 11 a.m. Sunday. So you're already dialed in. And that is really cool. But I want to remind you to do this thing. And Prezzies. Take one and pass them on. Did you get one? Way to go, Deanna. Thank you, Lucy. So on the very first page, there's a spot for your name. On the very first page, there's a spot for your name. So if you have a pen handy, write your name in there. This is a step where you say, yes, I'm receiving blessings. I too, because I know that's how I become a blessing. And today's date is November 12th. November 12th, 2023. This is your book to keep, to write in, to use. And I really hope that you do. I intend that you use this to bless your life. Thank you for having me here today. It's always wonderful to be here. Thank you for being a place where I can cry and feel safe. Thank you for that.